Hey, everybody, we're going to talk about how to get great at selling so that you stop leaving all kinds of cash on the table. And here's the truth. So if you're here, say hello, comment in the chat, give me all your good questions. Here's what I know to be true. You're leaving money on the table. And what I mean by that is if you haven't gotten really skilled with selling, then number one, I want to offer to you that you are not doing the work that you're really called to do in the world because you're not proficient at selling. You're not effective at selling. And therefore, you're not actually doing the work with clients or giving them their product or the service that you say that you want to help them with. Make sense? So that would be the very first thing to think about. And when women say that they don't like to sell, what I know that they mean is they don't want to be pushy. So today we're going to talk about what does it even mean to be pushy? What does it mean to suck at selling? The 5-part sales conversation that you need to be having, and the one question to help people say yes more easily without with it being a no-brainer. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Mary Bicknell. I work with women all around psychology and selling, about showing up, giving to the world the thing that you say that you want to give to them, and make all the money so you can do whatever the hell that you want to do. And my brand is about being bold, which stands for being a brave, outgoing leader, deciding to have the life that you want guilt-free. Because why the hell not, right? Why the hell not? So selling. So for yourself, I want you to consider, what does it even mean to be a salesperson? And here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to lie to yourself saying selling is just serving and come up with all kinds of denial language around that fact that as a business owner, as a businesswoman, and I want to offer to you that everywhere in your life, you're already selling. But as a business person, you can't have a business, which a business is designed to make money and have a profit. You can't have that without having this skill of selling. They're incompatible. It's completely incompatible. And so a lot of times people will, Mary, don't I need to know how to market? I want to offer to you that marketing is simply selling someone on getting on a sales call with you. Marketing is actually selling someone to click a button and buy my product. Commercials are selling to you. Now, you could call them marketing. So you have to weave together the concept of marketing is selling and selling is marketing. When I'm quote marketing, which by the way, that's what I'm doing right now, I'm selling you on the fact that I know what the hell I'm talking about. And this is for, having this iteration of my business, somewhat like this online consulting company or coaching company for a decade, having all the money that I could ever want, owning 2 houses, blah, 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 working whenever the hell I want, clients having such amazing results. So I'm selling you right now that I know what I'm talking about. It's no different with your own clients. Your job is to convey, hello, potential client. I have a solution that is the answer to your problem. So for you today, what we're talking about is getting great at selling. I'm sharing with you via marketing some strategies that will actually make an impact for you today and help you get great at selling. Of course, you're going to get great at selling by having somebody walk along that path with you, which I do with clients. Listen to what you're saying, analyze your marketing. What are you trying to convey? So I want to give to you some of the mistakes that people make. I want to make sure that you, if you're listening to the podcast, hello. So glad if you're watching me on YouTube, which I can see you. Hello, make sure you go also listen to my podcast, Lead a Life Uncommon. And for those of you who are on the podcast, hey, pop over and watch the video on my YouTube channel. These are my main 2 ways that I want to reach you. Those are the main 2 ways. So first, let's talk about the number one thing in the way of you making more money and closing more sales. Now, when I ask this question, typically people are going to say, well, I need more people in front of me. Yeah, you do need more people in front of you. So why aren't you showing up more? Where are you showing up? How are you showing up? Are you doing this thing that I'm getting ready to tell you? Are you doing it enough? Are you conveying to your prospective client, and you should know who that is, what their pain points are? Like what are they crying about? What is the thing that's missing? What is the solution that you offer that will change their life? And whether it's a widget of whatever, right? Like whether it's my, a mouse, this lip gloss, whether if you're doing coaching or consulting, whether it is the solution to whatever the problem that they have, right? Where are you showing up for them? And are you telling people, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I can help you. Are you even saying those words? I can help you. I have an idea for that. Write some of these things down. One of the things that I've helped my clients in the same situation do is, I just had a thought. Are you open to that? And then you could also be more direct. Oh, I do this all day. This is, oh my God, you're talking like you don't, I'm pretty, I almost said brazen, but that just feels like that's a little too dramatic. I prefer to be direct. I am a direct person. This is the way my brain works and I love it. And I just want to call a spade a spade. I don't like, petting people's hand and petting them on the head and all that. I want to get to it. So if I hear someone talk about a problem that I know I can help them with, that I have a solution for, of course I'm going to say, hey, that's something that I work with my clients on. Do you need some help with that? Happy to jump on a call with you. Happy to talk to you about it. What happens is that a lot of people don't do that. And therefore, they're not selling. Therefore, they don't have a business that gives them financial freedom or do the good work that they're called to do. And so, how many times are you actually saying to people, I can help you? So, whether that's your marketing like this, your emails, speaking gigs, different ads, how are you in front of people letting them know about you? If they don't know about you, how can they say yes to you and give you money and you get to do the cool work you want in life, or you get to sell them the thing that you know is going to, like, okay, I don't know why this just came to my mind, but it's kind of like this. Okay, the guy who invented that squatty potty, you know what I'm talking about? Like this stool thing that you're supposed to sit in front of your toilet with your feet propped up, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that person probably tells everybody. I think it was on Shark Tank or one of those shows. He probably told everybody. Are you telling everybody? Now, you might not be talking about, how to go to the bathroom better, but apparently that was a problem because that's like $1 billion company. You probably have a solution that can help people. It may not be a $1 billion solution, or it may be. Are you in front of people enough? Or do you fall prey to the indoctrination that we've been beaten as women of don't show up, don't talk, don't share what you know, be good, be nice, don't brag. I teach my clients something I call a beneficial brag. When you're sharing something about yourself, how is it a benefit to somebody else? How is it helpful to you? How is it helpful to you to acknowledge, yeah, I know what the hell I'm talking about. How do you step into your brilliance and go for that? So these would be some of the things that you need to do first in order to attract more clients, to have more calls, or to sell more product, or to have more sales calls. And whether you're an attorney, a chiropractor, a dentist, a clinician, a whatever it is, you need to be selling. And here's where I want to offer to you that you're selling currently all the time. Here's how. You're either selling by lack of saying something or by saying something. What I mean by that, if you're not showing up, you're selling somebody that I don't really know what I'm talking about. What does that look like? This looks like you're in a room, let's say you're networking, and people are going around the room and they're saying, this is what I do and this is who I help. And when it comes to you, you're not skilled at saying something that's going to make that connection and have them say, oh, I know someone that needs the thing that you're selling, or I need it. So if you're not doing those two things when you're out and about or in your marketing or in your ads, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, this is why you're failing at your business or you're not doing as well as you could be. And so you're selling them on, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's the bottom line. And when you do that, you're not getting great at selling and you're leaving tons of money on the table. I was actually having a conversation with a client, a new client, and we were talking about this, like has a new offer in her business. And I said, how many of your current clients or actually everybody on your Christmas card list know about this? And she's like, no one. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Hi. Right? And so we must speak up. Okay. Here's the number one question that you need to start asking so it becomes a no-brainer for them to say yes. What do you think is the number one question? What do you think? The number one question I believe that has them have a no-brainer for them to say yes or gives you the opportunity to help them say yes, right? Sales calls are about helping a potential client make a yes or a no decision in my world. I don't teach slimy selling. I don't teach arm twisting selling. So people either it's a yes or a no on the call. Not like I got to think about it, I got to pray about it, I got to ask them, all these people about it. No, on a call, a yes or a no. My job is to help people have less stress in their life, right? And make more money. And so if you're going to be spinning out on a decision about working with me directly, first of all, you're not my ideal client. I like decision makers, fast movers. Let's go. I'm all in. I have a big goal. Help me get there fast. That's my ideal client. Mary Bignell's ideal client, right? You have to know your own ideal client. But the number one question is, along this lines, and I'll give you a couple of versions of them, but I like to say, so tell me why you think I would be a good fit for you. The reason I give this as an example, as the one question that you need to be asking, is because it gives me so much information into why that person A wants to work with me, B sees me as an expert and somebody who can really help them with the solution that I've already discussed with them on that call. And more importantly, it has her affirming her own decision of a yes. Here are other ways to ask that. Now, some people ask it like kind of the opposite, where it'd be like, if we didn't work together, what would change? If you didn't buy whatever it is, if you didn't buy this widget, insert your widget now. If you didn't, buy this thing that you said could help you save time, save money, etc., what's going to change? When do you think you want to change that? And so you help people process through what we call, right, in selling, their objections. And when we talk about overcoming objections, it's not from the place of like arm twisting, I got to talk these people into it. It's about the truth. It's about recognizing the way the human brain works is this. When they are given an opportunity, even if it's a great opportunity, even if it's the life-changing opportunity, even if it's the squatty potty, holy crap, no pun intended with that holy crap squatty potty comment. They still might be like, I don't know, it's $50 or whatever that squatty potty. For all I know, it's $100, $500. I have no idea. But brains typically come up with objections unless you're skilled at selling. When you're skilled at selling, you will be shocked at how few objections come up. How many times someone's like puts their credit card down, buys your thing, calls and gets on a call with you and says, I've been thinking about doing this for a while and I'm ready now. What are my next steps? When you become skilled at selling, which includes how you're showing up, sharing your solution with the world, it becomes very easy and you don't leave money on the table. But when you're not sharing your wisdom, you're not asking the questions, that's when you're leaving money on the table. Here's the 5-part sales. So write this down. Here's the 5-part sales call process. that you want to work on. Ready? And I go much more into detail, of course, with my private clients, and I teach them something that I call the art of the ask, how to close the deal. Because really, part of being an effective salesperson is asking the right questions, not any question, not randomly, but in a process, in a system. So, the very first part is establishing what the agenda is. Oh my God, I cannot even tell you how many clients have make this mistake. And this is what happens. This is the kind of what the mistake is. They get on a call with someone. And even if you're selling something in person, because look, I've been a salesperson forever. I was an interior designer. I've sold furniture. I've sold people as a clinician on their master treatment plan. And you should probably take that medicine and all these things, right? And I bet you are a salesperson too on many levels. If you're in a relationship, if you've ever had your kid clean their room, we're constantly selling. It's about whether you're just going to acknowledge it or not, right? Excuse me. But the very first step is to establish what's going to happen. Here's the reasons why. When you establish what's going to happen on the call, and I have an exact way that I teach people to establish what the process is, what the system is, what the flow is during this call. The reason that you want to do this is because it allows then that person to relax. It allows her, and I'll just use her, it allows her to be like, now I don't have to wonder what's going to happen. That's one part of it. The other piece of the puzzle is, here's the truth. People who have a problem, they want to tell you all about the problem. And if you're skilled at selling, probably the person on a call with you is your ideal client. So you've probably already understand her story. If you're marketing to one client, one generalized problem, the probability of her story sounding like all the other stories, I always tease all of your clients when you're giving case studies and you don't put a name in there, they should all kind of think you couldn't be talking about them. So what happens if you don't establish part one of setting the stage of the sales call? Guess what's going to happen? That person's going to start saying, let me tell you all about my problem. Now, you're going to want to hear about it, but you don't want them starting off the call. You want to lead the call. And then you can ask them before you even get to the problem. Here's number 2 is you want to say, what is it that you really want out of your life? Or what do you really want with, whatever it is, whatever you're selling. The reason you want to know this is because if you don't know what their biggest desire is, when it gets to the time where you're going to tell them your solution, more than likely you're going to talk about a bunch of stuff they don't care about. Let me give you a very concrete, simple, simple example. Have you ever gone to a car dealership, or when you were going to buy a house or a big appliance, whatever the hell it was, or consulting or an attorney? It doesn't matter. Anything that you're like, I've got a problem, I'm going to go see these people say they are the solution. And they don't ask you, why do you want this new house? Why do you want this appliance? Why do you want this car? They don't ask you. So they don't really know what motivates you to want that car, that house, that widget, that whatever the hell it is. And so they're now trying to sell you on all 159 things that it does. And you only care about one thing that it does. You go, say for example, you go and you want a car. I drive a Tahoe. I love my Tahoe. It's very comfortable. And I have it because I feel safe in it. It's luxurious. It's got all the gadgety crap that I love. I will always from here forward. I bought that car when I turned 50. And so, whatever it is, it's like 100 plus grand now or whatever. But I will always drive Tahoes now. I can't even see myself driving something else. Why? Because it's all the things I wanted. Now, the person tried to sell me on all this other stuff. It's got the OnStar, it's got this, it's got all kinds of stuff I don't care about. What was important to me is does it feel good when I get in? Is it easy for me to drive? And do I feel safe when I'm driving it because it's a bigger vehicle? That's all I cared about. I'd driven small cars before. I used to have a Sebring. I used to have a convertible. There was a time my husband had a Prius, which I was like, ugh, I want a fast ass car where if I'm on the highway, I want to feel comfortable and good that I can get around people. It's a V8. So these were the only things. I didn't care about any of the other shit. None. And so I stopped people. And I'm Susan. I know you're trying to tell me all these other things, but this is all I'm interested in. Be that person. Be that good and that confident as a salesperson that you're going to ask the question. Tell me a little bit about why you're here. Tell me a little bit about what is it that you really want in this house, in a car, in a coaching relationship, in a consulting relationship, in this gadget and your appliance and your refrigerator, whatever the hell it is. Be willing to ask them. Because then when you reflect back to them, guess what? They think you heard them because you did. You eliminated the fluff. Stop with the fluff. You talk so many people out of the sale because people perceive you selling all the 2,900 benefits that they don't give a shit about. They don't care. They perceive that as you don't care about me because you're talking about all these other things I don't care about. That's completely counter, right, to what we think. We want them to know all the value and all the things. I promise you, if you just did that one thing, you can send me a little thank you card because I know I just helped you make money. So that's number 2. Number 3, then you're going to say, why is this a problem for you? You not only want to know what they want, but you want to know, why is this even a problem? Here's an example. My other house. I don't need a big, $20,000 refrigerator where I have to spend $2,000 just to replace that freaking ice machine. I don't need a big refrigerator anymore because I'm not going to have a bunch of kids coming in and out. My daughter's going to go away to college. It's going to be John and I half the year. We're not even going to live in that house. I don't need a big ass refrigerator. So if somebody started trying to sell me at the local appliance place, all the things, no, I want a small one, all the things. So people want to understand, when you understand, why do you want a small refrigerator? Oh, because I'm not going to have kids. Great. Now I understand. Now I understand and I want to know what the problem was. Well, I don't want to spend $2,000 to fix a freaking ice machine in a $20,000 refrigerator. Great. So we've established, what are you going to, how are you going to lead the call? What do they really want? Why is that a problem for them? And then you're going to say, okay, based on everything that you said, Mary, here's the 3 refrigerators for you. Or here's this Tahoe and it's got, here's a green one, here's a black one, and this one has, blah, blah, blah. Which one is the best one? Now for you, maybe you have just one offer. But I bet you that there's multiple things that you actually can help people with in whatever service you have or whatever product that you have. But now you can say, based on everything you said, here's what I think might be the solution. But before I get to that, and this is how I say this, but before I get to that, tell me why you think I would be the best fit for you. You know what people say? Besides they like my directness, they say, you really listen to me because I can recount what they said. This is why I think that this would work because of X, Y, and Z. But before we go any further, why do you think I would be a good fit for you? Because I've heard them and I'm mirroring back. I'm reflecting back to them that I understand them and I'm using their exact words. They feel heard. And you know what? That's why people buy a product. Even that squatty potty. He must have, I don't know what he did for a living or whatever, but something with his grandmother or whatever. I don't even know. Okay, so somebody go research that and I'll have to look it up again. But it was he heard this problem and he addressed the exact problem. I promise you, this will change your entire business strategy and your business, and it will help hone your marketing skills so much more. And then finally, the question is there any reason why we can't get started today? Now, what that's going to do is it's going to open up the door to different objections that somebody might have. However, is there any reason why we can't get started today? Is there any reason why, no, you can't get this squatty potty today? How did you want to pay for that? How do you want to put the car? Do you have a car that you're trading in? Are you already pre-qualified for this $3 million house? Great. Let's put an offer. You ready to put an offer? What's the offer that you want to put in? It's asking for it. This is why it's called the art of the ask. Not only do we ask a bunch of questions, so we really know, with fine-tooth skills, what they need, what they want. Can you help them? Which is probably the most important thing. Can you help them? Don't try and sell somebody if you can't help them. Stop it. That's being an asshole. You'll make more money when you just learn to sell the people you can actually help. I guarantee it. So that's the 5-step process framework that will change your entire business without a shadow of a doubt. Let me know how that goes. Make sure that if you're not on my email list, like you need to, so that you can know when I have new podcasts coming out, when I have new YouTube videos, etc., coming out. And you're going to start seeing a bunch of shorts, a bunch of reels, wherever they're going to be placed. Facebook, Instagram, the YouTubes, all the places, on little snippets on what to say when somebody has an objection. What are the objections? I'm also going to come out with something that's going to help you know exactly how do I even book sales calls? What does that look like? I'm going to give you 10 different ideas around booking sales calls. And let me tell you what it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like being grabby or going out and like, And we're going to talk in the future all around your money mindset and how it impacts your ability to sell. Let me tell you, just let me leave it with this. Literally, before I got on this training, that I had a client, and it was a local client, so she came over, and so we were talking about, kind of the this item that she wanted to purchase, and she recognized that this item that she wanted to purchase, there would be people that would be judgy about it. And I said to her, "Are those judgy people your ideal client?" And she said, "No." And then it's like, who cares? Who cares what the judgy, non-ideal client are thinking? There is something about, you have to like not give an F about what other people think. You have to always be in that place, and not from being mean or an ass. It's really about when you know your core values, when you know what you can do, when you believe in what your offer is and how you can help people, and you know this, then it doesn't really matter what other people think that who aren't your ideal client. Period. And when you can stand in that, I can promise you that you'll have a rush of people coming to you versus you wondering where are people, where are the clients? When you have a stake in the ground and you plant your stake, and this is what you stand for, and this is who I help, and this is what I can do, and you do it with integrity and not slimy sales tactics, then let me tell you, you will make all the money you could ever want. You can charge literally whatever you want, and you can be the kind of service to the world that you want. And I know you do. So look for all these sales trainings that will be coming out over the next couple of months, all these different tactics, all these how to book more sales calls, what to say in different arenas, what to say with different objections, et cetera, et cetera. And if you have some fears around that, sign up for the Fear Breakthrough Formula. I'm also going to give to you, when you sign up for that, the guide to your thoughts, your hidden thoughts around money and success. Go to marybicknell.com/I choose bold. Like, look, you deserve to lead a life uncommon. And it comes first with you choosing to be masterful with selling so that you can stop leaving money on the table. Until next time, it's me, Mary Bicknell. I'll talk to you later. Bye.